Communes have existed since the beginning of humanity, but many people still don't really understand what a commune is. So I'll explain. A commune is a group of people sharing commonly held land and responsibilities. Commonly or communally held land is a commune's defining trait, and it means that each member has a right to use portions of land on that commune. This model of organization is adopted by socialists and is characterized as being a local and transparent organization, like workers' councils, which are composed of delegates bound by mandates. These delegates would be recallable at any time from their positions. The right of recall is a particularly important safeguard against corruption and unresponsiveness among the delegates. The system ensures a type of participatory democracy. Marx would later use the Commune as a political and economic model of socialist organization. Marx described the Paris Commune as one of the first dictatorships of the proletariat, which he wrote about in his pamphlet The Civil War in France. He wrote as follows: "The Commune was to be a working, not a parliamentary, body, executive and legislative at the same time. Instead of deciding once in 3 or 6 years which member of the ruling class was to represent and repress the people in the parliament, universal suffrage was to serve the people constituted in communes, as individual suffrage serves every other employer in the search for workers, foremen, and accountants for his business." Marx continues, "The commune was formed of the municipal councillors chosen by universal suffrage in the various wards of the town, responsible and revocable at any time. The majority of its members were naturally working men or acknowledged representatives of the working class. The police, which until then had been the instrument of the government, was at once stripped of its political attributes and turned into the responsible and at all times revocable agent of the commune. So were the officials of all other branches of the administration. From the members of the commune downwards, the public service had to be done at workmen's wages. The privileges and the representation allowances of the high dignitaries of state disappeared along with the high dignitaries themselves. Having once got rid of the standing army and the police, the instruments of physical force of the old government, the commune proceeded at once to break the instrument of spiritual suppression, the power of the priests. The judicial functionaries lost that sham independence. They were thenceforth to be elective, responsible, and revocable." End quote. In addition to local governance, according to Marx, the communes were to play a central role in the national government. He states, "In a brief sketch of national organization, which the commune had no time to develop, it states explicitly that the commune was to be the political form of even the smallest village. The communes were to elect a national delegation in Paris. The few but important functions which would still remain for a central government were not to be suppressed, as had been deliberately misstated, but were to be transferred to communal officials. National unity was not to be broken, but on the contrary, organized by communal constitution." End quote. Marx viewed the state as an coercive apparatus of class dictatorship, and to end the cycle of ruler and ruled, the proletarian state would come about. The state was to be ruled by the whole working class in a participatory fashion. And as more international socialist revolutions became reality, the gradual antagonism between the capitalist class and the working class would disappear, ending in a classless society where there is no need for a state and resulting in communism.